Imagine a world gripped by forces beyond your control. Deception that blinds you, conflicts that tear societies apart, scarcity that leaves families starving, and death that looms ever closer. What if I told you these threats have been symbolized for centuries by the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse? In today's video, we're diving deep into the history, myths, and truths behind these enigmatic figures and exploring their relevance to our modern world. Have you ever wondered why the imagery of the Four Horsemen continues to captivate and terrify us? From ancient texts to modern media, their presence persists, reflecting the very real challenges we face today. This video will unravel the layers of symbolism and misconception, shedding light on how these age-old figures still resonate with contemporary issues like misinformation, global conflicts, economic instability, and pandemics. Join us as we decode the prophecy and discover how understanding the Four Horsemen can offer profound insights into our current global situation. Watch this video to the end to fully understand this beautiful story and how it can impact your life. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more enlightening stories like this. Join us on this incredible journey. Unlock lessons that could transform your challenges into opportunities for growth. Let's go to the story. The concept of the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse finds its origins in the book of Revelation, the final book of the New Testament, traditionally attributed to John of Patmos. Written around the end of the 1st century AD, Revelation is a vivid and complex piece of apocalyptic literature, filled with symbolic imagery meant to convey profound spiritual truths and future events. Among its most striking visions are those of the Four Horsemen, described in Revelation 6, 1-8. These horsemen are released as the first four of the seven seals are opened, each one bringing a distinct form of calamity. The first horseman, riding a white horse, is described as holding a bow and being given a crown, setting out to conquer. The second, on a fiery red horse, is granted the power to take peace from the earth, causing men to slay one another. The third, on a black horse, carries a pair of scales, symbolizing economic imbalance and scarcity. Finally, the fourth horseman, on a pale horse, is named Death, with Hades following close behind, given power over a quarter of the earth to kill by sword, famine, plague, and wild beasts. Throughout the centuries, interpretations of these horsemen have varied significantly. Early Christians saw them as both symbolic of ongoing struggles and as harbingers of future tribulations that would precede the ultimate divine judgment. Medieval scholars often linked them to specific historical events or figures, while Renaissance thinkers used them as allegorical tools to comment on the human condition. This duality of interpretation, both symbolic and literal, has allowed the imagery of the Four Horsemen to remain relevant across diverse contexts and eras. The impact of the Four Horsemen extends far beyond theological discourse, permeating various aspects of art and culture. Medieval manuscripts often depicted the horsemen in intricate illuminations, each figure carefully rendered to emphasize their symbolic attributes. Renaissance artists like Albrecht Dürer brought the horsemen to life in woodcuts and engravings, influencing the visual representation of apocalyptic themes for generations. Even in modern times, the horsemen appear in literature, film, and art, their enduring presence a testament to the powerful imagery first introduced in the book of Revelation. The first horseman, riding a white horse, is one of the most debated figures among the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Clad in a crown and wielding a bow, this horseman is often seen as a symbol of conquest. However, interpretations diverge, with some viewing the white horse and its rider as representing a false peace or deceptive ruler. The ambiguity of the white horseman lies in its dual nature. It can signify both righteous victory and insidious conquest, depending on the context. This duality is crucial to understanding the multifaceted symbolism that the Four Horsemen embody. The second horseman rides a red horse, symbolizing war and conflict. Armed with a great sword, this rider has the power to take peace from the earth, igniting violence and bloodshed. The red color of the horse is evocative of the blood spilled during times of war, serving as a grim reminder of humanity's enduring penchant for conflict. Throughout history, this horseman has been seen as a personification of all wars, past and future. making it a timeless symbol of strife. The Red Horseman's presence in the vision underscores the destructive consequences of human aggression and the perpetual state of turmoil that can arise from it. The third horseman on a black horse is closely associated with famine and economic hardship. Holding a pair of scales, this rider represents the delicate balance of resources during times of scarcity. The black horse's color reflects mourning and deprivation, indicating the suffering that accompanies widespread hunger. The scales symbolize the careful rationing of food and the inflated prices that can result from scarcity. Historically, famines have often followed in the wake of war, making the third horseman a natural successor to the Red Horseman's chaos. This figure highlights the intricate connections between conflict, economic stability, and human survival. Finally, the fourth horseman, riding a pale horse, is named Death, with Hades following closely behind. This rider represents the ultimate end of life and the culmination of the previous horseman's devastations. The pale color, often described as a sickly green, signifies decay and the inevitable demise that all living things face. Death's power extends over a quarter of the earth, bringing destruction through sword, famine, plague, and wild beasts. The presence of Hades, the abode of the dead, emphasizes the finality of this horseman's impact. Death's pale horse serves as a stark reminder of mortality, underscoring the transient nature of life and the far-reaching consequences of human actions. A prevalent myth about the four horsemen of the apocalypse is that they are harbingers of an immediate and catastrophic end of the world. While their imagery is undeniably apocalyptic, many scholars argue that the horsemen symbolize ongoing human struggles rather than predicting a singular cataclysmic event. This interpretation suggests that the horseman's ride represents recurring themes throughout history, reflecting the continuous nature of human conflict and suffering rather than an ultimate singular disaster. Pop culture has significantly shaped modern perceptions of the Four Horsemen, often depicting them as literal supernatural entities unleashed to signal the apocalypse. Films, television series, and books frequently portray the horsemen as personalized figures with distinct characteristics and motivations, which can distort their original, more abstract symbolism. These representations, while captivating, can lead to a simplified understanding of the complex messages embedded in the biblical text. The horseman's true nature is far more nuanced, serving as metaphors for the cyclical nature of human experiences such as war, disease, and death. Another common misconception is that the four horsemen solely bring physical destruction. In reality, their symbolism extends beyond the physical realm to include spiritual and moral decay. For example, the white horse of Conquest can represent deceit and ideological subjugation, while the red horse of war symbolizes not just physical battles, but also social and interpersonal conflicts. The black horse of famine reflects economic disparity and the societal impacts of resource scarcity, and the pale horse of death encapsulates the inevitable decline of both individuals and civilizations. These interpretations offer a deeper, more introspective understanding of the horsemen, illustrating how they can be seen as representations of broader existential threats. Recognizing these myths and misconceptions is crucial for a comprehensive understanding of the Four Horsemen. By viewing them through a symbolic lens, we can appreciate their relevance to contemporary issues and their enduring significance across cultures and eras. This approach encourages a more thoughtful engagement with apocalyptic literature, prompting viewers to consider the deeper lessons these figures convey about the human condition and our shared challenges. If today's journey through ancient legends and timeless tales has captivated your imagination, please consider giving us a like and subscribing to our channel. Your engagement helps us keep these incredible stories alive and share them with a wider audience. By subscribing, you become a vital part of our community, dedicated to preserving and celebrating the power of mythology. Thank you for spending this time with us. Until our next mythical adventure, keep the legends alive in your heart.